Hello, everybody. It is Friday, October 10th, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's start with what happened in baseball yesterday. There were two games. The first or the second one. We'll start with the second one because the first one, a lot happened. The second game was the Cubs and the Brewers in Chicago. The Cubs won 6-0 at home. The win went to Danny Palencia, who's now 3-0 in the postseason. And the loss went to Freddie Peralta, who gave up 3 earned runs over 4 innings. Matthew Boyd went 4 2/3. Nice start, nice bounce back start after what happened in game one, and a 3-run home run in the top of the first inning. And then some more homers from Tucker and Bush after Happ's 3-run home run. And the final 6-0 Cubs. That forces a game five back in Milwaukee, which I think the Brewers will win. I predicted it to go five, and I said the Brewers in five, and I still think that's going to happen, with the home field advantage being a big part of that. But we'll talk about that when that game happens on Friday. For now, though, we have the Dodgers and the Phillies, who also played yesterday. This game was crazy. The final was 2-1. The Dodgers won in 11 innings over Philadelphia and advanced to the NLCS. Um, it was crazy. The two starters in this game were very good, both of them very good. Christopher Sanchez went 6 1/3, gave up 1 earned run. Tyler Glasnow went six shutout, and he struck out eight. Um, it was Yeah, the Phillies managed to go up ahead in the seventh inning thanks to a Castellanos double, and then the Phillies bullpen got into some trouble in the bottom of the inning, and Johan Duran walked in a run. Duran was very good, but he did walk in a run, and he got the blown save in this one. Um, and then once the starters were out of the game, everything went crazy. Both bullpens were very good. Roki Sasaki went three shutout innings in relief. He pitched in the eighth, the ninth, and the 10th, so high leverage innings for the rookie. He did a great job. And I was completely wrong about the Dodger bullpen in this series, so I'm going to take that one. Alex Vesia got the win. He pitched the top of the 11th, and the loss went to Jesus Luzardo, but he pitched very well. He went an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits. The run he gave up wasn't him on the mound, and he did not have any earned runs. He struck out three. Um, but before I get to how the game ended, it is worth saying that the Phillies offense only had 4 hits through 11 innings, and they went 4 for 37. The top of the lineup, which was Turner, Schwarber, and Harper, the big guys for the Phillies in their lineup, they went a combined 1 for 14 in this game, and they have not been good throughout the entire series, with the exception of game three. And then, yeah, the Dodgers loaded the bases in the bottom of the 11th inning. Orion Kirkring was brought in, and he managed to induce a ground ball back to him. There are 2 outs and the bases are loaded, and he bobbled the ball. He kicked it, and then, well, he didn't bobble it, but he had a tough time fielding it. He decided to throw home, and he threw it past the catcher, and he could have gotten the runner at first. And it's a very, very unfortunate way for the game to end on a walk-off error to the pitcher. Um, and yeah, he's going to be thinking about that for a long time. So it's obviously he did make the error, but the Phillies offense had plenty of chances to win this game, and they could not do that. So it's not completely on Kirkering. Um, but yeah, it was a crazy game. I had work during the game. I was mad that I missed it because it was such a fantastic game. But I know everything that happened because it was a good game, and I watched the recap and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, the Dodgers beat the Phillies and advanced to the NLCS. The Phillies, in what could be their last opportunity, their window is definitely closing if it's not closed already. Schwarber and Suarez and Realmuto, all free agents this offseason. They could be leaving. You never know, but this could be the last time we see this group of Phillies together. So those are the two games from yesterday. And then today, it's the Tigers and the Mariners, game five of the ALDS in Seattle. The starters will be the two aces of the staff, although the Mariners, they don't have a true ace necessarily. They just have four really good pitchers, but they're going with a game one starter, George Kirby, and Tarek Skubal will get the ball for the Tigers. And if you're the Mariners, this is a game that you did not want to play in. You wanted to wrap it up in Detroit, and they could not do that, and now they have to go back home and face Tarek Skubal. With that being said, they did beat Skubal in game 2 of the series, but he was still very good, and you expect him to be very good again. And you don't know if the Mariners pitching will be able to hold the Tigers. I expect them to. I think it's going to be low scoring. It might go extra innings again, but the Mariners have got to get School out of the game early and get to the bullpen, which is still very good for the Tigers. So it might come down to 1-0, 2-1, very low scoring. And honestly, with knowing who's on the mound, I'm leaning Tigers in this one. The Mariners are a very good team, but their offense has struggled a little bit. And just based on who's on the mound for the Tigers and how he's performed in this postseason, I'm going to have to go Tigers to win this game, which is crazy to think. Winning game 1 was a big game for the Tigers, and then they survived elimination on Wednesday, and now here we are on Friday for game 5. It's going to be exciting, and that's going to happen tonight. Let's go back to what happened yesterday. The Giants dominated the Eagles 34-17, thoroughly crushed them. Scatterby had a crazy game. He had 3 touchdowns in this one. And I was wrong about this game. I said the Eagles would win the game. It would be sort of close. But no, the Giants came out and they dominated. And the Eagles have lost 2 in a row, which is concerning for them. Losing to the Broncos, who are a good team, and the Giants, who really aren't that good of a team, to get whooped in this fashion, it's pretty crazy, and it's pretty concerning for the Eagles, and that leaves the rest of the NFC looking to make up a game on them, or to take over the 1 seed. Yeah, pretty crazy. The WNBA, nothing happened yesterday. Game 4 of the finals is tonight. The Aces looking to sweep the series. There was hockey yesterday, and the Sharks had their first game of the year, and it was a mess. Sharks had the lead, 3-2, late in the third period, and then I'm really not sure. I'm really not quite sure what happened. Where Jack Eichel scored, it looked like it went through the goalie's legs. I'm not really sure. It wasn't even that good of a shot. It was kind of a slow roller across the ice. But man, I don't. It was another blown game. Much like last year, where the Sharks, the strategy is the way Sharks games go is it's exciting, and we blow it late, goes to overtime, lose. But the Shark Tank lives on, I guess. So yeah, the Vegas Golden Knights tied it up late in the third period, and then in overtime, the Golden Knights had a breakaway towards our goal, and the goalie, who had no defenders in front of him, it was a 2-on-0, and he decides to come out to attack, try and defend in open ice the guy with the puck, and he just passed it to his teammate, who casually taps it in for the game-winning goal. It was a bad look from the goalie for the Sharks. But what are you gonna do, right? We're not expecting to win too many games, but this was definitely a blown game, and it's very disappointing. And I wasn't even able to watch the game. It was on ESPN Plus, which I don't have, and I was very frustrated at that. I couldn't even watch. But yeah, it was not the way we wanted it to go necessarily. So yeah, overtime loss for the Sharks. At least we got a point, because that's how hockey works. So the next Sharks game is on Saturday. Nobody plays today in hockey. All the games are on Saturday. And then, yeah, we got baseball, WNBA, and that's it later today. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.